Hello and welcome to another daily devotion. Why do I have my hood on? Why not? Well, I wanted you to have a little difference because every time you see me this week, it's in this sweatshirt. Anyway, this week we're talking about the Beatitudes, and I'm just going to focus on one particular one that always strikes me as weird. Like, I remember reading this as a kid and I thought, what the heck? Jesus says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Now, listen, when I was in high school, the meek were kids that were getting crammed into lockers and shoved around. And, I always thought of meek as somebody who's cowardly, to be honest with you, who's timid, who pulls back, who's mouse-like, who never exerts themselves, who's never brave. They're meek. And it's always been kind of you would never want somebody to describe you as meek, especially not in junior high or high school. The meek never get the front of the line. The meek never get the reward. The meek are always kind of passive, sit back. Well, let me dispel something for you here. In the Greek, paros is the word for meek, and it is a cavalry term. What? It's a term that they used when they're breaking a horse, a wild horse. And they're training that horse to be disciplined to following the command of its rider. Now, a horse is a lot stronger than a human being in terms of sheer horsepower, right? But when that horse learns to listen to the voice of its master, they become one unit on a battlefield. The horse and the rider are one battle unit. The horse listens to its rider. The rider rides it into combat. And the horse is looking out for not only the horse itself, but its rider. So when Jesus says, "Blessed are the meek," another word for it might be gentle-hearted. Somebody who is strong, but who cares more about the others around them than their own self-interest. The horse is going to be trained to care for its rider, just like a disciple is trained to be disciplined in the relationship to God. I'm going to follow my master. And in following my master, I'm thinking less about my own self and preservation and more about others. That's what biblical meekness means. That's what Jesus says when he says meek. It doesn't mean passive or, tiptoeing around. No, it means a selfless regard for others before yourself. You're not gonna, like piglets, shoulder into the trough and make sure that you get as much food as you can while others don't get any. And so that is what biblical meekness means. What a beautiful thing, but sometimes gets lost in translation. So maybe it's not such a bad thing to be meek, like Jesus talks about being meek. Amen.